Okay, it's very hard when your child comes home and says she doesn't have any friends, and I think as a parent, and I know as a parent myself, that if my child came home to say that, I would feel extremely anxious and want to do everything that I could to help her. I think the first thing is to try to sit down with her and find out exactly what she means, because it may mean she's had a bad day in school that day, or something's gone wrong specifically, and you just need to sort of unpick it a little bit and just say, well, what do you mean, and who do you normally play with, and try and understand what she's doing at school. And obviously after school sort of tea time is a good time to do that, and that's when children just want to talk about their day. Ask her who she's sitting with at lunchtime, and find out just who's around and who she likes. Then I think as a parent, your job is to ensure that you arrange play dates and so forth for your daughter, because I think sometimes it is hard to know how to make that initial introduction. So most schools will now provide some sort of class list or email details or telephone numbers, and if they don't, then you could always try to set something up. If you pick up at school, it's easier to do it at the school gate, but if not, you might be able to do it via the teacher if you've got an amenable primary school teacher, which most primary school teachers are very, very helpful, and they want to support the friendships in the class. So invite outside school, and maybe not just one child, maybe a couple of children, so that there's a group, and perhaps organise a sort of structured activity if you really think your child is not good at making friends. You could do some baking or something, some sort of cutting, pasting, colouring, something at home, which is just fun to do, and just sort of be around, hover, not sitting there playing with the children, but just sort of be nearby if you can. So that works if you're a mum at home.
Friendships are perhaps one of the most important issues that a daughter will face in her entire school career, and I can assure you that it's not going to get any easier over the next couple of years. Talk to the school, of course, because they do all sorts of things nowadays with friendship stops and friendship monitors and that sort of thing. But let's never forget, in fact, what a parent can do at home, which really is to nurture and build your daughter's self-esteem, creating that environment really where a girl can feel completely safe, and where she doesn't feel as though she's having to knock her own confidence really by blowing out somebody else's candle to strengthen her own frame. We want girls all the time to feel as though they have something very important to contribute, and I think it's very important that we do that with our daughters, to make sure that we also build their resilience, because of course friendship can and does move on, and what we have to do is make sure that they know how that process works. I think we must also instill in our daughters that the one and truly way of getting a good, true, loyal friend is to be one.